So here we are, we're getting ready to depart, and what happens? We got a hurricane. And they said it was going to come right to us in southern Florida. We looked at it, and then look at the typical craziness.
And on top of it, I have been now going on 4 or 5 days of a really bad cold. And I'll tell you, 3 days of prepping and then the hurricane and facing this and changing plans, no fun. I'm still waiting to feel better.
So here we are, ready to embark on this odyssey, and what happens? We get a hurricane. And it's going to come right at us in southern Florida. What do? We looked at the models, and what do they say?
Well, at first it didn't look like much, but we realized we were going to be heading right into it on our first stop. So we had to make alternate plans.
Yeah, so what we did was we watched the tracking every day, see where it was going to go, try to analyze where we'd be, where we shouldn't be, and it was going to make landfall right over our first campsite. So we changed plans a little bit, and we decided to go up the east coast of Florida to a point where we could hunker down for a day, and then as the storm moves, sort of tuck under it. So this next map shows you that where the tracking is going to be. So
and we were just right under it.
Yeah, the red line was what we were originally going to do, and at the end of the red line is our campground, and that is where landfall actually happens. So we took the black line, and the black line we went up north, just a little north beyond Daytona Beach, and then we went left. Somewhere, okay.
I think that needs more editing.
Yeah, well, we can edit it out.
With Richard D'Agazio luck and the help of a really good friend, Pete, we were able to get a lot to a campsite that night when there usually aren't any available at the last minute, so we feel very, very lucky.
So we're getting ready to go. We made our plans, the die is cast, and we pulled out of the driveway. And of course, getting out of the driveway in a 40-foot coach is a little bit difficult on a residential street. So my spotter,
now
Virginia,
mind you, this is usually my position, in and out. But usually Richard's really good at pulling out, so I was a little surprised he needed me. But there's a mailbox to the right and one to the left and a tree that we didn't want to wipe out and have to replace, so I thought it best to look out after him.
So once the coach was out, the next thing we had to do is to hook up the car.
And right there, I'm telling you, you're good, you're fine, go on down. Gonna back up, readjust a little bit, I guess. He sees things up there. Now I'm telling him he's all good.
So now we got to hook up the car to the motor coach, and Virginia drives the car up, gets it in position. I direct her, and she gets to the point where I can then take the connection, the blue aux, called the blue aux, and it just hooks on. 2 pins go in, 2 cotter pins and safety pins, and that's it. Then I have to hook up the air brakes. When I push the brakes on in the coach, the brakes will go on in the car, so that when I'm stopping, the coach is not having the car pushing it.
And lucky me, I'm in the air conditioning watching all of this.
Yeah, in the car.
Yeah.
But it has hookup for the air brakes, it has hookup for the lights, and then I put some chains on just in case the car breaks loose, it won't be careening down the road. The last thing you wanted to do is to have it pass you as you're going down the road.
Yeah, or find out you no longer have a car back there. Ugh, that's not good.
All right, now here's the inspector. She just came in to make sure that I'm doing things right.
Actually, I was looking in case I had to do it.
It's good to have backup and double check and so on. So now we're just going down the street where we live, and we are now heading out and ready to go.
Goodbye, neighborhood.
See you in 3 months.
And when we get back, maybe we'll get the hot tub ready. Oh, I'm looking forward to that too.
one of the things we noticed on the highway were electric trucks, Florida Power and Light and other electric companies all heading north. I mean, hundreds of them passed us as we went by.
You can always tell when there's trouble because that's the direction the big FP&L and all sorts of powered trucks from all over the states happen to converge. Usually they're going to the south, but thankfully this time they were away from us heading up north.
The other thing that we had to do is get fuel, and with a rig this size, we can't fuel at a regular gas station. I have to go to a truck stop. So we pulled into this truck stop, we got fuel. While I was fueling up, Virginia got lunch.
I always look forward to these truck stops for fueling and what have you, because that means we get to get lunch, and I don't have to make it. Sorry about that, honey, but you know me.
And then the other thing that we did, because of the truck stop we're at, it had a scale. And it's always good to weigh your vehicle and know where the loads are and so on. So we pulled into the CAT scale, weighed the scale, and then took off and on the road.
And we found out we were over. So I guess we're going to eat all this food that we brought, huh?
We got to do something to lighten up a little bit, because somewhere on the road we'll do that.
Maybe we'll make you run behind it, and that'll help too.
Yeah. So that's day one, and we pulled into the campground and set up for the night and waited out the storm.